just went to my building of holding. In other words, my building full of all the crap that I'm going to use someday to figure out what I need for this build. And of course, when I get in there, I had an entire argument trying to get to the shit that I wanted to use because everything's in the fucking way. And so the argument went like this. It was like, I can't get to the fucking shit I need because of all the shit I have. And once I use up the shit I have, I'll have room. But right now I don't have any room and I can't find anything. And that's the way it went.
Yay.
So I'm getting ready to, I got the slide, I got this wall mostly framed.
Yes.
Still working on that. Still have to put the top header in. Not a problem. Do that in a minute. Getting ready to do something else with yellow leather railing. I'm hoping to use it here.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's going to work just fine.
Wow.
As a freaking, basically a window.
Yes.
It's because this is outside. It's supposed to be airy and breezy and
right.
blah, blah, blah. It's not supposed to be airtight. So by putting that in there,
we'll have
it'll
flow.
just look decorative. We'll have plenty of airflow. People can look out of it, but hopefully nobody.
And there'll be overhangs, so it'll be.
Yeah, it'll be overhangs.
Yeah.
So it'll be perfectly protected. So now it's just taking the hardware off of it and doing it.
Yay!
So, taking the hardware off of it, cutting it down, and figuring out what's the best way to adhere it.
Of course.
Yay! So that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
And I'm getting ready to use a bunch of these pressure washers 2x4s, because why the hell should we be cutting brand new 2x4s when we don't need that full length?
Exactly. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Half an inch down there.
Don't do this at home, people. Just showing you. But, in case you were wondering if this wall is stout,
some fat asses sitting
there are no fat asses up there on that wall, but yes, you are hanging on to it.
That's what I do.
I'm not going to film when you do it here because it's going to scare me.
Okay.
Okay? And of course, this would be the better way to do it. But she takes a nagging wife to get that done, right? Yeah.
Smart ass. Hello! Welcome to a very angsty day of wind and worrying about rain while I'm trying to get shit done.
Right.
I got some of the side walls on, I got the back wall on. Okay, so every once in a while you're doing a project like this, I don't draw plans. Because I find that when I do, I'm always very disappointed because I never get to do that.
Right.
But even the plans in my head change like this. I was about to put a window in over here.
A glass window.
I remembered that I had to put a brace across here, and that part of this is not going to be, it's going to be under the bed, it's going to be covered with the wall from this one.
Right, right, right. It's going to be a...
So I had to change everything. But I also remembered I was worried about wind and rain blowing in here, and since, as you can see, the floor for this part
goes all the way over here. Yeah.
Since that's the case, I went ahead and used another piece of the crib.
That is wonderful.
From the original crib rail that I used up there, this
Yep.
is the other part of that.
That is wonderful.
And if you'll come up here, I'll show you some of the other crap I used, but be careful because it's a landfill.
Okay, I'm coming.
Well, Lynn tells me I've done a lot since the last time we talked. I put in the bed rail, that's the undercarriage for the bed that'll be above us. And as you can see, it's not a normal sized bed. It's going to be kind of a lounging bed, a lounging couch, if you will.
Got news for you. That's wide enough I could sleep on that comfortably.
Yeah, but the main bed will be in this part that hangs over, which is going to be a whole engineering feat. This is some more of that fencing.
Yep.
And in fact, that's the last of the fencing.
What is the back of that bench?
Okay, I had this old bed frame. It's a carpenter ant. We don't need that.
Nope.
I had this old bed frame that somebody threw away. I think it was Jack and Shauna. At any rate, it needs to be, as you can see, it's filthy. But at any rate, the end pieces Kat wanted to build a giant dragonfly. That's her project, you'll have to ask her. But at any rate, she wanted it to build a giant dragonfly. So I knocked the ends off and gave those to Kat. And so I took the back of it and used it for the back of the bench I'm putting in right now.
That is awesome.
So this bench is very simple. It's just 2x4s. And
Here's another view of that slide.
there's another view of the slide. It could be wider. It'd be more comfortable if it was wider. But it's
supposed to
plenty
be
comfortable
cozy.
enough.
It's a cabin.
Well, otherwise it's in the way of my grill. And my grill had to be centered on the wall.
That's right.
Because I have problems. I have problems, and my therapist has children she wants to send to college. But anyway, so yeah, I used it for the back of the bench.
That is wonderful.
And if you see these little pieces of wood fudged in here, that's because when she goes around and looks at the outside, you'll see this is all cross bracing, because this is going to be the main bracket that holds up
The floor.
part of the floor that hangs over on this side.
Yeah.
The middle, the strongest bracket will go down to that humongous railroad tie
Okay.
and
okay.
land right in the middle of it.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, so they're coming
biggest-
from the sides, and that'll go into the front of it.
Yeah.
Basically, there's 2 braces going there already.
yeah. So there's a brace, it's a kick brace that goes all the way back. So you can show them that
I'll
when
show
you go
'em that.
down.
Yeah.
But these little pieces of boards I fudged in there is because I'm going to have to cut angles on every bit of the siding that I put around this kicker.
Oh,
And I have to have something to nail to.
yes, you do.
So that's what these are for.
Great way to use pieces that otherwise would be too small to do anything with.
Exactly. You know, that's why we don't throw away until I get done. I don't burn up anything I think we might, and then the rest of it all becomes firewood, as
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
So I don't burn up anything until I'm finished with at least the project I'm working on. Sometimes I keep stuff. Just today I pulled out tons of pieces of 2x4 from both of my shops. Yet I had a piece of glass that I wanted to put here. That's when I realized last night, I'm like, no. There's going to be a wall on top of that.
Right.
That part, you can't put a window in. And with the kicker, you couldn't put that window. The window I had picked out, you couldn't put here. Okay? So what happened was that thing. So since I couldn't do that, like I said, I was like, well, hell, if it's covered, I can do what I, was thinking about
doing in the first
originally.
place, right?
Yeah, it was what I wanted to do originally, and then I thought, no, I don't want the. And apparently, that's one of those things I knew when I thought of that, and then changed my mind.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Okay, I'll go down and show them the outside of this.
Okay, be careful.
I will. And that is the railroad tie she's talking about, putting a kick brace to. It'll come in.
So the kick brace will come in this way, come down, go into one of these things, and be a huge timber that goes up and meets the thing. But this is what I built today to hold this end. So it'll go to that, and then it comes all the way back and goes into this 4x4. It's
Right, and
on
of
that
course it's
pier,
actually-
And it's tied into the sidewall. It's tied into this one, it's tied into that one.
Which means
tied
it's
in
actually tied
all
into the
way up.
entire brace all the way
Yeah,
across.
it's tied
Yeah.
in all the way.
Yeah.
In fact, I missed a couple of places where I want to put some screws in, so there you go.
What a shock.
But you can see what I mean. I've got to have something to, this is going to have to all be, the siding will have to be cut at an angle.
Right.
I've got to have something to attach
To
the
attach
siding
it to. Right.
So that's what where these come into play. And it'll look cool because it'll have the siding and then it'll have that big brace.
It will look neat, yeah.
It'll look awesome.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
All right, so just wanted to show you, and I'm not saying I won't find a use for this. That's why it's in the good pile.
Right.
This is what's left of that bed frame that the 2 ends that I got out of the dumpster.
Right. It has really been serving a great purpose.
So-
and that wood is hard. Cutting it
It's
and
maple.
yeah.
So that's I still have some stuff. Who knows what I might do? God only knows with that.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.